Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and do this video for you. It is just some cream contouring and highlighting. It's a real pretty summer look. The lights do kind of wash it out a little bit. It is a little bit stronger, I guess, in person. But yeah, this is it, and just a real quick video, and I hope you all enjoy it. We are going to use this palette here. I've had it forever. I think I got it off of Amazon. It just has a bunch of different foundation colors and a few concealer colors. And I used the cream contour and then highlighting yesterday for the first time in forever. I've done it plenty of times before, but it's definitely been something that I love. It doesn't seem like it stays too well, but I did it a little bit differently this time yesterday. And it held up all day, like nighttime, shower time. It still looked like I had pretty much just put it on. Normally it kind of fades out, so I really only like to use like cream bronzers. But we're going to try it again today and see if it's going to work 2 days in a row. It's going to be just real quick. I've already got, of course, my eye makeup on, and I've got my foundation on. I just used this shade down here, which looks really, really light. But again, it is kind of light. And I'm just using this brush, which it turned out amazing yesterday. It's just the e.l.f. pointed foundation brush. And I just put a very generous amount. And I'm going to start off doing the lighter colors first. And use my little mirror here. And of course, you put it on the places that you want highlighted or lifted up, the parts you're drawing emphasis on, I guess. The parts you want to stand out. And you hear them banging around in there. Mason's in there fixing getting him a drink. And now with the highlight, I like to blend it in as I go, just because with these products here, like I said, this is a very cheap palette. It's nothing crazy, so I don't like it to sit on the face because then it's going to dry like this and it's going to dry unblended. So for this, I'm just going to use my damp beauty blender. And to blend this out, you just keep patting it in. You don't want to rub it or move it around or anything because it's just going to defeat the purpose. Is going to move it from where you're putting it, and it's going to mess up your foundation up under it. And I'm going to go back in with the same brush and the same shade we just used. And I'm going to put it in the middle of the forehead, down the nose, over the top lip, your cupid's bow, and your chin. I'm going to take off my chapstick I got going on. And for me, I just put it right here, just because I don't want the other colors to get too close around my mouth, and I'm really fair anyway, so I know for me it always looks better if I make sure it's bright so the colors don't fade out and whatever. So same beauty blender, just keep patting it in. And like I said, with these, you definitely, well, this palette, you definitely want to work fast. Some products, depending on what you're using, of course, you got a little bit more of like playtime, but this cheaper one, you definitely don't. Alright, and of course, you never want to put cream products or liquid products on top of powder. So once I've got the actual highlight under my eyes done, I'm going to take my same little powder I use every day. Go ahead, I'm not going to set all the way up under it like I normally do. I just want to put it right here where the crease part is, just so with me moving around and blinking and stuff, it's not going to crease all that up. And now for the contouring and bronzing part. I believe I used this shade here. I didn't want to go nothing too crazy dark. This shade here, and then I used some of this to blend it out with the bronzing color. I'm going to use the darker one of those two, the same brush here. I always do the lightest part first, blend that out, and then this brush here I just love. I've got one of it, so I'm just going to use the same brush and pick up some product. And of course the rule is the top of the ear towards your mouth. So pretty much this line here is where you want to do it. You don't want to bring it all the way in because it's going to give you probably a stronger look than what you're wanting. So, and you can see here my, I guess, cheekbones generally shows a little bit of a dip there. But I don't want mine really to go down quite that far. So I always do it a little bit higher because whenever you're pushing it in, it's going to blend down some. Even though you don't want to blend it down, it's going to move around a little bit. So I don't want to bring it down started here and then blend it down and then it's going to defeat the purpose. So I always go a little bit higher with the cream. And it's going to look crazy. It's definitely going to look crazy for a minute, but just bear with it. Or I want to cut down my forehead some. And then, of course, the temples, so you blend it all together, you don't look crazy. Anyways, you want to give yourself a jawbone again. So I just start from the back of the ear here. Just bring it on in. Get some product on it. And I just want to do a little bit of contour, nothing crazy on the nose. Because the nose contouring can come out really, really pretty or a complete disaster. So you might want to maybe master the face part first and then work on the nose, because if you mess it up, it's going to like mess your whole makeup up and it's going to ruin your day. Everyone's mind anyway. So I want to just start patting it out. Just be careful because you don't want to move that color around, especially you don't want it to go on the top of the nose. It's still going to look a little crazy for a minute. Just trust me, keep blending. I kind of jump around from one spot to the other while I'm blending, so. Alright, and then just right here, you want to blend it, just pat it. If you have to do any type of like pushing or rubbing, just definitely make sure you want to do it upwards, not downwards right here. And I'll bring a little bit in. Just be careful because as you do this, you are picking up product on the sponge too. So wherever you lay it down, it's going to have a little bit of product on it regardless. And this seems pretty boring and tedious, but super pretty yesterday. But you want to make sure everything is blended. Now down here, I do drag it a little bit versus just patting it in because I don't want to blend it up onto the face. I want it to literally look like I've got a shadow, like a more prominent jawline. So I do kind of just flick this down, if that makes sense. And I'm going to put that up, and I'm just going to set everything because you've got the cream down. The wintertime and stuff, you might could get away with it, or I might could get away with it, but not in the summertime because as soon as you get hot, especially if you're like outside at all during the day, it's not going to stay. So I'm going to use this, of course, and I'm just going to take this middle banana shade, and I'm going to just carefully put it under the eyes just to set the cream highlight. And be careful because these are really pigmented and stuff, and they can cake up if you go too crazy. And I'm going to put it down my nose. And I'm going to take this middle bottom shade down here. And I'm not going to turn it this way. I'm going to turn it a little bit kind of this way, just right here at the back part. And then as I come down, I want it to go a little bit more to the side, if that makes sense. Up and down to start off with, and then to the side as it goes down. So I want it to be biggest up here. And again, you're just going around and putting products where you just put the darkest shade. Alright, and I didn't go in with the bronzer shade like I did yesterday, so I'm just going to take probably a mixture of these two, because this one is a little bit more orangey color, and just kind of put it down and just blend it. But I want the bronzer to kind of go on top, not necessarily down here, if that makes sense. Use the bronzer to kind of like warm your face up and blend the contour, but not take away from the actual deeper color line you just put down. And I know, again, it seems really, really tedious, but you're actually going somewhere you want it to all blend together. And I always like to go in with an actual face powder afterwards, just to really make sure everything is set and it just kind of blends all of this together. That is pretty much it. And I'm going to do my bottom lash makeup and throw on some lip color, and I will see y'all in just a second. Alright guys, so this is it. Yeah, I don't know what my bangs are doing today. Don't pay those any attention, but yeah, this is it. Wasn't really that time consuming, so definitely try it out if you like the way that it looks. Again, my cameras do kind of wash it out so you can't see, because in the mirror in the bathroom, it's definitely like a lot more bronzy and definitely like summertime appropriate. But again, like I said, these lights I got rigged up definitely probably aren't the best things in the world. So definitely check it out, and yeah, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And my color's yellow now. I don't know what it's doing. I'm learning. Apparently not, because I can't get it not yellow. Anyways, was it this yellow a second ago?